Hi, I'm Ahme Bovee. Welcome to the Bovee Podcast, Sisters Edition. I am Ahme Bovee, and across from me is Caitlin Bovee. We are both Pilates entrepreneurs, and we have studios, teacher training. We love the business. We love the Pilates. We love leadership, all that good stuff. And we wanted to share with you today a little bit about our unique perspective and methodology. So Caitlin, I know at your studios, over your many years of teaching and leadership, you've developed a unique approach to Pilates. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Bovee method is an approach where we break the order that we address a body or the movement patterns. And that order, how we break it down, is we first need to restore optimal muscle recruitment and optimal joint range of motion. Then we work on strengthening functional movement, and then we have to challenge, because to get a muscle stronger, you have to fatigue it. So we need to challenge that system.
Love it. So do you teach this in your teacher training, in your mentorship or apprenticeship programs?
So because it's a part of my studios specifically, not a part of the body harmonics teacher training program that I teach, this would come into play in the mentorships that we do at the studio.
And what results have you seen from teaching this way?
So one of the things I would say, and we see this a lot with new people coming into or starting a new fitness regime, is that the general fitness industry jumps to that strengthening part. Great, we need to strengthen, but if you're not strengthening the body in the best alignment, in it's called neutral alignment, where you have full range of motion in the joints, you have the pelvis and spine in the right position, you can't access the muscles as efficiently as you can if you're in the right alignment.
Love it. And what kind of brought you to this method? Like, were there different influences or aha moments that you had throughout your career that helped focus you on how to teach teachers to be so effective with this technique?
So a lot of it's come from the post-rehabilitation work that I do. So working with people who have injuries, have a lot of chronic pain. I did, for many years, I had a stroke rehabilitation program where I worked with people who had strokes, and we had to literally rewire how their brain connects into their muscles or their neuromuscular pattern so that they can learn to move again.
Right.
And so when we did that, and then when I watched that happen, then we could slowly, after we do that restoring, move to the strengthening, and it was much more successful than just going straight to the strengthening.
It's really important to have like a formula that has been proven to be successful, and then you teach your teachers to follow that formula, and they can get those consistent results with the clients. And I imagine that this works with that rehab group, but also the performance group. You talked about working with stroke rehab. What examples do you have of clients you've worked with that are more on the performance side?
Yeah, so one of the clients that I love working with, his name is Johnny Augustine. He is in the CFL, so I'm from Canada, so the CFL is the Canadian version of the NFL. He is a wonderful football player. He actually, with working with me, he was inspired to become a Pilates instructor because he saw the huge impact he had in his life. Now, the difference, and it's not a difference, but with the high performance athlete, they still have certain muscle activation patterns that might not be as efficient. And when you're working as hard as you do as a performance athlete or an elite athlete, you wear out those systems faster, right? Than the average person. So working on making sure that they have that restore, so they have the optimal range of motion, the optimal muscle recruitment, and then work on the strength is super important when you're a high athlete or elite athlete.
So the formula worked.
It works for everyone.
Across the board.
It does.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing some of that insight.
Yeah.
And how you've simplified it, and yet it has such a profound effect. Thanks for joining us today. If you want to learn more about who we are and what we do, check out the comments below.